Hey, what's up guys? It's SirTagCR, and today we're back again with one of the best decks in Clash Royale, and I am just so unbelievably surprised that none of these cards got nerfed. Seriously, it's crazy how many decks that Magic Archer and Mini Pekka are in right now. It feels like they fit in anything. This deck works because of the Fireball bait with the Magic Archer, the Royal Hogs, and the Hunter. So if your opponent fireballs your Hunter on defense, you go in for a Royal Hogs on offense. If they have a building, then you can just go for an Earthquake to shatter it immediately. If they don't have a building, they defend with units, you go in for a Magic Archer and line it up with your opponent's tower and get so much damage. And let's say your opponent decides not to fireball that Hunter or the Magic Archer on defense, then your opponent has no chance of breaking through a Hunter plus Mini Pekka at the same time. Seriously, I don't think that this Magic Archer cycle deck is fair at all right now, so let's go jump straight into some games and assert some dominance. And if you're not already, you can support me by using creator code SirTag. By using creator code SirTag in any Supercell game, I get a percentage of all money spent at no extra cost to you. It supports the channel, it allows me to spend more time on videos, and I really appreciate it. Want to go for skeletons here. We're going to see what's up, we're going to see what's happening. We want to go for a Hunter in the back left, and this guy's got Prince. So when we see Prince, we're assuming it's going to be a giant miner deck. Could be something different, but that's what I'm expecting. Probably going to be double Princes as well. I think he'll have Dark Prince. Just from the looks of things, seeing a fireball with Prince doesn't make me think anything other than that is a possibility. So I'm going to go in for a Magic Archer if he drops a Dark Prince right down the middle. Oh my gosh, he's going to have Tornado and Executioner too. Oh no. This is going to be a tough one. This is going to be spicy. Dark Prince, Miner, Executioner, Tornado, the whole shebang, baby. So we're going to go for a log to finish off that Dark Prince so then the Mini Pekka doesn't have to hit it again. So then the Mini Pekka stays alive and kills the Executioner. It otherwise would have probably died there. So very glad that we were able to keep him alive. So at this point in the game, I know that I need to get a lot of damage early on if I have any hopes of winning this. So it's going to be difficult, guys. It's definitely going to be difficult. Last time he went in for a fireball on our Hunter. He's probably going to have to fireball the Royal Hogs here. Ice Golem is going to be able to tank for our Mini Pekka or Hunter, whichever one we want to. I think we want to just go for a Mini Pekka. He'll have a little bit better chance at getting some nice counter push value. He'll kill the Prince and take no damage. And then he's going to Dark Prince. He'll still be able to damage the Dark Prince's hull here. And I think that we might be able to just get away with a log now on the tower and the Dark Prince. So this is really good. Extremely beneficial for us that the Mini Pekka was able to kill the Prince and kill the Dark Prince with just the company of a log. Alright, I need to get this Magic Archer down, but we know his Fireball's out of cycle, so he's going to Dark Prince, so then I can Magic Archer. This is really good that he's going to Miner. He's going to Dark Prince right down the middle. No, he's going to Executioner instead. That's even better for us because it doesn't hit everything immediately. You have to Tornado that back. That is so much damage for me. Let's go, baby. So I feel comfortable maybe going in for a Miner, or not a Miner, going in for a Magic Archer, lock that onto the tower, and then Mini Pekka. Because I have Hunter, I think I can make a play like that. Usually you shouldn't be able to, but guys, we're keeping the Magic Archer alive even longer. Oh my gosh, he stayed alive forever. Feels good, man. So he's just going to go and spam us. I want to go in for a log here, get skeletons down as soon as possible on top of that Miner, and then get an Ice Golem down. If we can block the Dark Prince from eradicating our Mini Pekka, we will be able to defend with ease. So all I have to do is go for a Hunter again. And look at this clean defense, guys. He spammed so much at us, and we didn't have any of the cards that we needed in cycle, but we got back to them because this deck is such a good defensive deck. I can't think of a better defensive deck against any beatdown deck, whether it's Giant Golem or Elixir Golem, than this. Having Hunter and then having the Fireball bait so then they can't kill it with the accompaniment of the Mini Pekka means that you have two of the best answers to any bridge spam in the entire game on the ground. GG, well played, and peace out, man. You had a hard counter, but we still asserted dominance. We're going to go sauce out a log here. We're going to see what's up. We're going to see what's happening. This man is going to go for an Ice Wizard. So when we see Ice Wizard, we do not want to give him easy Tornado value. We want to go for all of our Royal Hogs in one lane, opposed to dropping it and splitting them. Because if we split them, it's super easy to just pull two of them into the King Tower and take no damage. Feels horrible when that happens to me. So we see a Bard Barrel. We see Bomb Tower. It's going to be Graveyard. It has to be Graveyard. In double Elixir, it's going to be harder for us to win this, but in single Elixir, if we get a lot of damage with the Magic Archer, we can walk away with the W. So I'm going to get this Magic Archer lined up with that Knight, going to go for a Hunter immediately on top of the Baby D, and that is clean, guys. Look at the value that we're going to get. He can't Graveyard here. His Baby Dragon's dead. Our Hunter is still alive. We can go for our Royal Hogs, and then we can go for an Earthquake on top of his Bomb Tower that he's going to drop, probably. No, he's not going to. So it's better for us not to Earthquake if we don't need to. Wait and see if we can get more value later. But guys, one thing that I'm very psyched about is if he tries to activate King Tower here, he's not going to be able to cycle back to that Tornado. So it's going to be a tough time in the life of speedy speech. I don't think he can do anything here, really. He's going to go for a knight for a +1 elixir trade, but then his knight is not going to be in cycle to tank for the graveyard, so he's probably going to go for a baby dragon. So if that's going to be the case, we want to just save our ice golem to the tank or our hunter. Either or is acceptable here in this juncture. So it's just going to straight up poison. That means our best bet is to go for an ice golem. Then we can go in for a very aggressive Royal Hogs and go in for an Earthquake because he's going to go in for a Bomb Tower since he used Tornado last time. The Bomb Tower is the only thing that's in cycle, so then we can get a ton of damage. So if you guys are able to identify, hey, my opponent's cycle is slower than ours, right? They have 2 counters. If they've used the last one for the last push, they're going to have to use the other one for the next one. So I was able to, with confidence, display that Earthquake on his Bomb Tower because I knew that his Tornado wasn't back in cycle, and that was the only thing that was probable there. So we want to go for a mini pekka up high so then the mini pekka doesn't immediately go back towards the skeletons and then have the baby dragon hit the mini pekka and the tower at the same time. The baby dragon would have hit our tower because the mini pekka is directly on top of the tower there, guys. If you notice that, that is very, very important. So try to go in for Royal Hogs again, go in for an Earthquake just for more chip damage. I'm just going to split them. Try to get more damage with our Earthquake more than anything. And then I want to go for a mini pekka on offense just to keep up the aggression. Heck, I want to go for a hunter too. Hunter again, mini pekka again. If we get anything from our opponent like baby dragons on top of the hunter, then it's horrible for him because you need to keep that in card cycle, man. You need to keep that for your offensive plays. That's your best bet because you'll bait out like a mini pekka and an ice golem for a negative elixir trade for us. He's probably in a barb barrel, so we just want to go for a magic archer. Worst case scenario is he goes in for a knight. Yeah. But then he's dropping even more elixir, so this is fine. This is totally acceptable. We're keeping him at a low elixir threshold, so he's never really able to go in for graveyards. He's constantly defending. We can just keep earthquaking, and if we get damage here, then I'm pretty confident that all we have to do is cycle back to one more. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I want to actually line up the magic archer here with baby dragon, so we're able to finish off the tower a little bit quicker. We stopped it in its tracks with the ice golem, lined it up, and rolled a strike right down the middle with that magic archer damage. GG, well played, and peace out, man. We are on quite the streak, and we don't have no plans on losing anytime soon. This deck is really, really strong. I think it's one of my favorite decks, and even decks that have Bomb Tower, Tornado, Ice Wizard, and a ton of splash damage, you can still beat them. We're going to go for Skellies in the back. We're going to see what's up. We're going to see what's happening. This guy's going to go for Skeleton, so as soon as we see that, we know he's going to have a fast cycle deck just like us. I'm going to go for the Ice Golem. I was waiting and seeing if he was going to go for an Expo, so didn't want to go in cycle Ice Golem if he was going to go for an Expo immediately. But guys, we got Earthquake, so I'm psyched for this one, baby. I'm going to go for an Earthquake on top of that Expo, on top of the Archer, and make his dreams a living nightmare. So I could wait for that to lock onto our tower and then go in for a Magic Archer and get a hit on it. And hit his tower. Give him a little bit of justice there. And then the Magic Archer connects to the tower for even more value. Oh my gosh. Let's go, baby. Those are the starts we want to see. These are the matchups that we want to see. We hate playing against Expo with most decks, but guys, when we have Earthquake, it's easy. It's easy. We can just go for Earthquakes every single time he goes in for those Expos. So yeah, he's going to go in for another one. We go in for our Royal Hogs. We go for the Earthquake if he fireballs, and he will fireball, of course. And then the Royal Hogs do enough damage that it doesn't matter anymore, baby. So really good start for us. I'm feeling like this is going to be one of those games that he might just try to like Royal Hog fireball me every time. But Magic Archer eventually will be able to connect onto you, dude. And you can't get that much chip damage on us. You're going to be forced to go in the right-hand side. It's going to be brutal for him. I really just want to go in for a Ice Golem to block the Expo. Go in for a Magic Archer, line it up with the tower, and have a great time then. So we'll see what he likes to do. Yeah, this is exactly what we wanted to have happen. And do that. We can go in for our Royal Hogs and Earthquake if we need to. He still has to defend against the Ice Golem and the Mini Pekka on the other side. And he's going to have to fireball the Royal Hogs because he doesn't have Elixir anymore. We're going to get way too much damage. Guys, there's just too much stuff that we can throw at him. And he just doesn't have good enough counters. We're getting damage on both sides here, guys. It's in double and triple Elixir, that is where we really come high away with the game. So he's going to have the Tesla. So I just want to go Ice Golem so then he's not able to. He's going to try to get through here. But if I go in for an Earthquake, the Mini Pekka is going to force a lot of Elixir from our opponent. We can log on top of the Ice Spirit and the Expo to finish it off. And as you guys can see, as the game goes closer and closer to the end, he is going to have a worse and worse time because we're always able to afford tanks for the Expo at this point. So if he fireballs, we just go in for skeletons. He actually missed one of them, so that's not good for him. I can go for a Magic Archer because he doesn't have Fireball in cycle, and that's going to potentially lock on. No, he's going to go for an Ice Golem. Well played, my dude. Well played. You're going to get an Expo connection, but if we drop Royal Hogs, that won't even happen. And then if you go in for a Tesla, we get an Earthquake on your tower. And he doesn't even want to go for the Tesla. He knows if he went for the Tesla, it would be quite miserable for him. We can just go for an Ice Golem and tank for that. So Ice Golem's going to be A-okay. We go in for a mini pekka here because he went in for the skeleton. So now he doesn't have an answer. He can go in for, yeah, I guess he can go in for archers and then go in for a log and be fine. But in reality, we're still getting more chip damage than you, and it's going to be difficult for you to ever defend against Royal Hogs because you don't have Elixir if you go in for an Expo at that point. You went in for an Expo, and I knew you didn't have Elixir. And I was like, yo, all right, I guess we don't even need Earthquake and Cycle. GG. Peace out, buddy. This is one of the easiest matchups for this deck. If you ever play against a good 2.9 player like we just did, you won't even have any troubles. You can always cycle back to Earthquakes, even if you miss your prediction Earthquake on top of the Tesla. If they're good enough to know that you're going to Earthquake, try to save Elixir and try to go for an Expo in the opposite lane. In double and triple Elixir, they can never outcycle you. You just have a fat hard counter to every single Expo deck, and it feels great because Expo is one of the most annoying deck archetypes to play against. We're going to go for Royal Hogs so that Ice Spirit does not connect to our tower. And hopefully he doesn't have Fireball. Ooh, he's going to have a Goblin Gang and Log. We can log that and get a couple extra hits with our piggies. Let's go, baby. So his clan name is asking, how are you? I'm doing fine, man. How about yourself, brother? So we're just going to go for skeletons, be able to stop those goblins from getting too much damage on our tower. And I'm going to go for an Ice Golem in the back. Looks like he's just going to have a standard log bait deck. Pretty okay matchup for us, especially if he has Inferno Tower and we've got Earthquake. So I'm hoping that it's going to be the Inferno Tower variation. Maybe it's going to be something different and spicy. It's not what we wanted, guys. It is not what we wanted, Chief. So I'm going to go in for, ooh, not what we wanted at all. All right. I was hoping that we would be able to stop his huge spam, but he goes in for Rascals. And he's going to make us go in for a Hunter. So that was really well played on his end. Got to give him credit where credit is due. This dude is a good player. I'm going to go in for a Royal Hogs here. And I think he wanted us to not go for Royal Hogs. That's why he elected to go in for the Goblin Gang there. So we're going to get so much damage from the right-hand side. He wanted us to defend. But I'm like, nah, dude. You're going to get like 500, 600 damage. If I go for Royal Hogs and you have no Elixir after going for the Ice Spirit and Goblin Gang and Goblin Barrel, you're not going to be able to defend with your card cycle. You have to afford Rascals plus Prince or Princess plus Prince. It's just too much Elixir. So knowing my opponent's deck, knowing that he had no capability of defending, he tried to overexert himself on offense. And by doing that, it was just a very easy decision to play super aggressive and make the trade. So sometimes you don't have to defend every single time. It's better for you guys to make a decision based off of your knowledge of your opponent's deck. Hey, are they playing really aggressive because sometimes the best defense is a good offense and forcing your opponent's attention to defend? That's what he was trying to do. I was able to identify that, and I said, no, not today, sir. And we applied a lot of aggression. Yet again, guys, best thing for me to do here is to play pretty aggressive, go in for our Royal Hogs and kill the Princess. So the Princess will get targeted by the Magic Archer, hopefully. If not, then anything that he lines up straight down the middle, that Magic Archer is doing so much work against. Oh my gosh, that card is broken. Tell me, guys, tell me, how broken could a card be in Clash Royale? I've never seen anything in the existence of Clash Royale be that strong besides Magic Archer. That's just unbelievable, right? He's going to have to go in for so much defense on the right to stop the Royal Hog from connecting. We can go for an Earthquake. Heck, I think we can go for a Magic Archer. Don't tell him. Don't tell him that the Magic Archer is going to ruin his day again. He just doesn't want to hear it. We can go in for a log. We can go in for skeletons and stop stuff from crossing the river. So then our tower is able to target on the goblins. Unfortunately, it's actually targeting the Thick Boy, but if I was able to stop it from crossing the river, then he wouldn't have gotten any damage whatsoever. And if a couple more seconds were left on the clock, you guys already saw Earthquake was placed. We would have secured a clean 2-0 victory against Logbait. And even the more difficult version of Logbait, usual versions of Logbait, will have Inferno Tower, and you have Earthquake, very easy. This guy had all units, and we still had a commanding lead, and won very convincingly. Out of good luck here, we're going to go for Skellies in the back, and we're going to see what's up. This dude is going to go in for a Furnace. So when we see Furnace right out of the gate, I'm expecting this man to have like a Royal Giant deck, or maybe even a Graveyard deck. Those are the two most common iterations of decks with Furnace. Oh no, he's going to have Clone with Cannon Cart and Giant Skeleton. I can sense it already, boys. My body is just so ready for this. I've been prepared. I've seen way too many Cannon Carts in my nightmares, and I know that he's going to be running that after the buff. So I probably want to go in for Royal Hogs in the opposite lane. In double elixir, I lose this matchup really bad. So I want to make sure that I get damage in single. Yep, there's the cannon cart, just as we knew it. We knew it, guys. I had to face it. There was no other option in life. The only thing that was available for this man is running the skillful clone deck that makes everyone break Clash Royale phones. All right, Magic Archer is really far away, so he's spamming into that. The cannon cart's going to lock on. Unfortunately, the skeletons were not able to block it. The Night Witch bats were really annoying, and we're able to eliminate a lot of the skeletons, so the damage per second was nullified as well. He's probably going to go for a Furnace. We're going to go for Royal Hogs here because we do have Magic Archer. I think he might have overextended. We'll see if he's going to have the Tornado or not. That's the real question. I can go for a mini Pekka in the opposite lane if he still spends Elixir on that Magic Archer, which he should. If he eats it, then he's really smart. Okay, yeah, that was a really, really good Night Witch. Well played, man. That was insanely well played. I should have waited a split second and then went in for more aggression. The Night Witch will pop, and I don't think it's going to give him much value as long as it doesn't spawn. Nope, no, it's spawning more bats. Okay. Okay, buddy. I see you, brother. So if I cycle my Hunter, it has to go in the same lane that he's going to spam us, so we got to go and drop that same lane as the cannon cart. And the Furnace might be dropped. I will go for an Earthquake on that if that's the case. I don't want to go for an Ice Golem and Magic Archer immediately. Our best bet is just to go in for an Ice Golem here. Go in for our Fly Machine counter with Magic Archer. So the Fly Machine locks on to the Magic Archer, I think. No, it's on the Royal Hogs right now. So the Fly Machine will die. That's great. That was really, really good. Means I can mini pack in the opposite lane. The Magic Archer is actually locked on to the Giant Skeleton. And even though he's got a pretty good matchup later on, he might not be able to get there. So I'm hoping and praying that that's going to be the case. I'm going to go for Skeletons just to kill that a little bit quicker. We can get rid of the cannon cart. Maybe I can go in for a really aggressive Royal Hogs here. Go Ice Golem, Magic Archer, stop everything from crossing the river. I didn't know if he was going to spam, so I just want to make sure that he's not going to be getting too many clones near our tower anytime soon. Mini Pekka will be able to put in a lot of work. I'm going to go in for a Hunter here as soon as we're able to. I'm going to go in for a log. I think we're going to eat some damage from the skeletons, but that's inevitable. We had to. We're going to go for a Magic Archer right down the middle. I think that will be able to lock onto the tower and give us a lot of damage. It didn't give us as much as we wanted, but still A-okay. Go for skeletons here. I want to go in for Royal Hogs. I need to go in for a preemptive Earthquake. I think he's probably going to go in for... okay, he didn't go for the Furnace. He did not go for the Furnace. I have to Ice Golem here. So then the Fly Machine locks onto that, and the tower's able to finish it off. I'm going to Hunter on defense. Need to go for Royal Hogs as quickly as possible. Just go for Royal Hogs and eat as much damage as possible from the skeletons because they're not cloned, so it's not going to be able to take our tower. Got to go in for the Earthquake of Justice here. Ice Golem to tank. Just cycle one more log, and I think we win the game. No, not one more log. We need to get an Earthquake on the tower. Okay, this is going to be a little bit more sketchy, but very, very winnable, guys. So I want to go for a Hunter right on top. Make sure that I can get back to the Earthquake. And because it is double elixir, we will be able to walk with a W. GG, well played, and peace out, man. Pleasure playing against you and asserting dominance against this filthy, disgusting, abhorrent clone Furnace deck that you probably see a lot now since Cannon Cart got a buff. I've actually played it earlier. I hate playing against it. Very glad we won.